Alright, so I bought something stupid during the Prime days. Alright, I bought a lot of stupid shit, but like, this is the Orzhov Auras Challenger deck for Pioneer from 2021. And this deck is probably garbage now, to be honest. There's a reason why this one was being flash sold. Enchanted, I'm sure. I love the Snark. I really do. It's a cool looking box. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it's pretty. Every time. Oh, you okay, bro? Got booped in the nose. And I'll get into why this deck's probably garbage. That's the dude doing things. Oh, that's Scram. I forget this deck has got Scram heavy. Stonecraft Serpent. Yeah, and you can probably already tell why. This deck has a companion. In particular, a companion that is now banned in every format. Because Luris of the Dream Den is OP. Ah, there it is. Caves of Kolios. Does that have all four? It has all four. Drain, Aether Revolt. Concealed Courtyard. Alsate of Life's Bounty. Hateful Eidolon. Selfless Savior. Some plains. Swamps. Commetra's Blessing. Cartouche of Solidarity. Ethereal Armor. Ghost's Boon. Oh, yeah. Sentinel Eyes. All That Glitters. I love that art. That's so cool looking. So that's the main deck. Where was he? I want to take him out. And then this is our sideboard. Luris, Thoughtseize, Fleshbringer, Apostle of Purifying Light, Dead Weight, and Duress. Yeah. Alright, yeah. I'll take a Luris, because he's banned. You banned, kitty. Just how it is. Is it just the one? I thought this deck had two in it. No. Alright, that's weird. Yeah, I'm like already just gonna take Luris out. Yeah, I'll have to figure out a replacement or something to test with. Because I just can't take it into Friday Night Magic as is. That's why it's being sold for $22. There's $22 worth of cards here. Like I already looked up the printings and everything. The issue is You know, each card is mana, they're 2 or less, so the idea is like a lot of quick casting. And the idea is you use Luris's ability, because like every spell is 2 or less. So you can just use Luris you cast him. Gem is a companion, right? You didn't need him in the deck. And then once during your turn, you cast permanent spell, mana 2 or less from your graveyard. So you had a little bit of like graveyard. And that was the idea, is you could just cycle spells from the graveyard over and over again. So yeah, I think in particular you would take like either Stonecoil Serpent or SRAM. You know, whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or spell. So yeah, you have 4 SRAM. You have like a SRAM out. You can build on SRAM, or you can build on Stonecoil Serpent. It's got like what, enchant creature. Yeah, and then you just have all these instants and spells you can keep using. So yeah, I'll try to test it out if I can. Yeah, it was worth the $22, I suppose, because there's cards in here like I have a Thoughtseize, but it's not like a Double Masters printing, but most of these cards I do not have. I have SRAM from the commander decks, I'm pretty sure. I've got a few Selfless Saviors. So like M21 stuff I have. And then I have a Luris as well. A couple Luris. But not this particular, you know, the QO, which is for the Challenger deck. Yeah. Like I said, let's see if I can do it. If I can, I'll do my normal thoughts and breakdown. But if I can't, I'll just throw it up like I normally do. And with that, I thank you for watching, and you have a good day. Alright, so this one's a little different than my normal setup. Because I have both windows up. I'm running at 4K. I recommend looking at a larger screen than normal. They're both at 130%, so bear with me a little bit. The reason why I have it like this, well, I guess text is normally small anyway, but you get my gist. This is the Orzhov Auras Pioneer Challenger 2021 deck. I saw it for 20. I was curious. I bought it. I'm dumb. And the reason why I'm dumb, anyone who buys it for more than so this says like this $30 worth of cards. I'll get to it. So like I can't recommend this deck because the way this deck is designed is its hook is there's a companion. And if you guys know what a companion does, they have a very specific requirement. So to have them, like this one has the reprinted text, yeah, where you pay 3 to put it in your hand, and then you can cast it from your hand. Each permanent in your starting deck has to have a mana value of 2 or less. This is Luris to the Dream Down. He's the best one. Lifelink. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a permanent spell with a mana value of 2 or less from your graveyard. So once per turn, you can cast anything from your graveyard. So if we go over to mana value 1, most of the deck. Mana value 2, 8 cards. Sideboard, 2 mana value, 1 mana value, 1. 3 being Luris himself, but he's supposed to be set as the companion. So, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then Thoughtseize. So, there's a weird logic that can be done here. Because if we go by visual spoiler and we do no grouping, get down to the values. You know, Stonecoil Serpent, 60-cent card. You know, like Scram, he's in a million precons, so 20 cents isn't, you know what I mean? Like 13 cents, 18 cents, 4, 7, 6. She's hanging out at 71 cents a copy. All the glitters, right? 23 cents, 16. Oh, let me give the price. Well, there we go. There we go. Concealed courtyards are 43 cents a pop. Like, there's an argument in here somewhere that these plus the Thoughtseize, I guess the Hushbringers are 45 cents. So the problem is, like, do you need 4 of these? Like, if you're a commander player or something or whatever. So again, the Thoughtseize being a $13.32 card. So if you can get this deck for $15, it might be a no-brainer to buy. But at 20, I've thrown $7 into the wind, and I could have just bought a Thoughtseize. As a commander player, primarily, there's one Thoughtseize in here. There might be some logic. Can you get it for sub 15? This is starting to make a lot more sense. All said and done, buy these in singles. There's $28 worth of cards here. I betcha some of these penny cards you could probably negotiate for cheaper than that. Like, hey, I'll buy this Thoughtseize and a fistful of single cent cards, right? Now, on the left, and the reason why I have it up here, is this is an actual Orzhov midrange that I pulled from MTG Player, or MTG Goldfish, and it's in the top, like, 10 meta. It's the first Orzhov that hits in the meta. Well, I guess they didn't ban anything or on anything at the Pioneer, so it's probably fine. So this is a $460 deck. So in here, in all of this, if we look, we got Archangel Jameson. Yeah, that's not right. Hold on, let me switch printings. Because that's not the cheapest printing. That's the cardboard cutout. So I guess you can... No, I'm not gonna... 16... $6... $3. There we go. Shazza Innistrad. There we go. Brought the price a little bit. Grit Myra's Call. So if we go back to type. Let's make this one look like the other one. Visual spoiler. Right. Creatures. Any matchup. Nope. Nope. Instance. This does... Oh, instance. Nope. This does have 4 Thoughtseizes, so there's one of the one Thoughtseize from here. Artifacts. Nope. Enchantment. Nope. And then lands. There's 2 swamps. Godless Shrine. And 3 of the concealed courtyards. That's Caves of Kalos. Rip. So, and then the sideboard, there's a Duress, but it's the Phyrexian Duress, because that one's cheaper than the M21 one that comes in here. I guess same price. So, like, other than the Duresses, a Thoughtseize. So, like, again, this is not a this deck is bad. It's just this deck is no longer legal. I did play it with the companion, and I won a lot more. It's not as good as the 2022 Gruul Stompy one, but it's really hard to recommend it. Basically, if you can get it for cheaper than a Thoughtseize, or the price of a Thoughtseize, it's worth picking up. Other than that, don't waste your time. Don't waste your money. This is probably the first product where I was like, I highly cannot... Yeah, because remember, I'm like, maybe this product's okay, you know, asterisk, there's some, you know, caveats. No. Unless you can find it cheaper than a Thoughtseize, do not buy this little box. That's about it. Because that's one thing. If you can find these, like if some store is willing to sell them to you for like $10, $11, $12 a pop, you need a playset of Thoughtseizes, there's your caveat. There's your carve out. But other than that, yeah, it kind of sucks. And because when you start playing it, you can still cast spells and do stuff. But the whole point is to get the Dolores out, who gives you lifelink and heals you, And then you can start casting spells from your graveyard again and enchant Loris. Because it's all about enchantments. There's 20 enchantments. So when Loris dies, you know, you just basically throw the enchantments on one of the 18 creatures or onto Loris. This is technically a Voltron little thingy. Kind of just putting like 4 all that glitters on Loris in one every time, or like, yeah. And because everything's a low casting cost, once you have your mana pool out, you just vomit stuff onto Loris. It's dumb. It's not the best, but it like was kind of cool. Did some things, but without Loris, this deck is pointless. Anyway, with that, I thank you for watching, and you have a good day.